It's absolutely a midlife crisis, or as we call it, a mod life crisis. I'm not a mod. I was once, but really I wasn't a very good mod. Mods started from a movement that was against the mainstream of 1960s Britain. Mods then got a remake in the 80s when the film Quadrophenia came out, and it's having a bit of a renaissance at the moment as well with us old people. I've got 2 scooters at the moment. One's an Indian Vespa, and it's fine, but it's had a lot of issues. So I then went out and bought a 50-year-old scooter, and it's been phenomenal. It's been so reliable, and it's absolutely gorgeous. The main difference between the scooters that I had back in the 80s and the scooters I have now is what I know about the engines. Back in the 80s, we would buy a scooter, we would rag it until it broke, and then we'd give it to somebody. Nowadays, because everything is so much more expensive, I've had to learn about scooters. In the old days, just put some fuel in it and off you go. Now we'll check tyre pressures, oil, petrol, make sure the mix is right, make sure the spark plug's right, because when you break down, your friends take the mickey forever. Rallies were an excuse to go out and get very drunk. We would turn up on the rally, hurtle around the campsite on scooters. The main thing about scooter rallies was not actually the rally itself, it's more to do with the riding down there in a group. And there is this amazing feeling of power when there are several hundred scooters in a group just taking over the roads. Brilliant feeling. I had an accident when I was 19 or 20. Car pulled out in front of me and wrecked my leg, wrecked my scooter, and at that time didn't have enough money to get another one. So it just sort of drifted away for a while till I became old. These days, rather than staying in a horrible field, we stay in a hotel. We still go to the field. The field is there for the youngsters, but we do tend not to be quite so rough and tough as we used to be. The whole ethos of the rally is still the same. You go there to meet your mates that you haven't seen for a while, the scooters, the music, just the fact that you can look at as many scooters as you can see. Hundreds and hundreds of scooters, brilliant. We have a lot of local ride-outs here where anywhere up to 100 scooters will meet up and ride around the countryside, usually to a pub, get something to eat, have a coffee, and then head off again.
Sometimes I do feel like a scooter widow, a bit sort of left out of it. But I suppose on the other hand, I think it is really good because it gives him a really good hobby. And he does try to encourage me, but I'm not really that keen.
It's very difficult to put in words the passion that most scooterists have for their vehicles. Even the ones that are painted matte black and thrown together. We just love our scooters, and given every opportunity, I would be out either fixing it or riding it, preferably riding it.
Yeah, I suppose it is a midlife crisis, but, I don't think that's a bad thing necessarily.